There's one dog right down here, one dog right here. And yes, I am wearing a robe. Yes, I am fully clothed. I am a mother of dogs. I deserve my me time. Tia, would you? Hi, baby. Hi. Don't kiss my face. I'm about to do makeup. You can kiss my face. No, you can't kiss my face. I'm wearing a robe. Yes, indoors. We're fully clothed, and also I'm wearing a headband because I need to keep my flyaways away from my face. Don't kiss. Don't kiss. I'm doing makeup. I'm doing makeup. You can't kiss me now. You can kiss me later. But is my headband from Not Just Headbands MY on Instagram? Yes, it is. Hand stamped, hand painted. Each design is different. You guys should go check them out. Support local. Did I just do that? That's so that's so not me. Okay. So enough of my jibber jabber. Let's get straight into it. So my makeup routine is basically based on 3 things: laziness, speed, and amount of product. So on certain days when I feel it a bit more, of course I'll put on more. The first thing you have to do, of course, make sure your face and your hands are clean. I've just cleaned my hands. Don't worry, if I get pimples, it's my own fault. So we're gonna start off with my eyebrows, which is a very strange thing to start off with, but for me personally, because I'm so bad at doing anything that's remotely close, especially to the eye region, I tend to start with the thing that gives me the least amount of problems, and that is eyebrows. This is Innisfree, so we're gonna bring in my mirror that I my little handheld mirror, because I don't have like a big mirror that I'm gonna hold onto my face. So we're just gonna pencil my brows in. I had to go and redo my brows because they were looking insane, so they're a lot better now. Primer. Benefit Professional. It didn't used to work with my skin because it's actually a very, I would say, well, how do you say it? It's a very oily base primer. Now that my skin is more under control, it works a lot better, and it can actually help me rather than, you know, hinder me. Usually I tend to invest more into the face-based products. When I say face-based, I mean the ones that like concealer and foundation, rather than like, you know, all the powders and contour and stuff like that comes later, because if you don't take care of your skin, you will end up with a lot of problems, and then you get a lot of acne and stuff like that, which is why I don't use foundation anymore. I used to use Fenty. Nowadays I actually just go straight for BB Pore Cushion. Laneige BB Cushion Pore Control, number 23 in Sand. Okay, first of all, because this has SPF 50. Second, because although it's pricey, you actually get 2 of the fillers. Like, you get a refill pack, so actually you're getting 2 for 1. And I did the calculations based on like my own foundation, and it wasn't as good. So yeah, I prefer to use this. Okay, now that my foundation is done, we're gonna move on to concealer. Basically, the Laneige is the most expensive thing that I use. The other one that I use that's really expensive is actually my setting powder, but I'll get to that. I use the Age Rewind concealer under my eyes, and sometimes if I feel like it, I'll actually use it as a general concealer. I usually tend to use it for both my T-zone and my eyes, but for spots I use the Fit Me. I'm a very weird person because I actually don't like using sponges. Unless I really need to, then I will use a sponge, but also there's the fact that my dogs tore out my sponge a couple of days ago. I can't go out and get a new one, so it's a good thing that I'm actually quite used to doing this with my fingers already anyways. I'm just, you know, liberally applying concealer under my eyes to cover away my eye bags, because I'm too broke to afford Prada. So these are just something from Shopee. Not hating on Shopee, most of my stuff I actually get on Shopee, including the dog food. Do you know how expensive dog food is, guys? Yeah, you guys are pampered. Yeah, like for sure. I'm actually blind enough to actually qualify for, back in the day when we had SPM. Do we still have SPM? I'm not sure. But back in the day when we had SPM, like, my teacher actually stopped me and said, like, do you know that you can actually qualify to be disabled? And I was like, what do you mean disabled? Like I'm not disabled. Like I can walk, I can see. I'm not deprived of any of my 4 senses. Why should I be considered disabled? and my teacher did as well, and like, your power of your glasses is like super high, right? I can see the side of your glasses, like it's really high. And she said, yeah, that is considered rabun, which basically means that like blinded. So actually, I could have qualified to like get all the disability privileges when I was doing SPM, but I didn't. Okay, concealer done. We move on to what is literally probably my favorite product in the entire world. It is my setting powder. Flour from Beauty Bakerie. I had to go and ask my friend to help me buy this because it's not available in Malaysia. I don't know what is in it. Like, they list the ingredients and stuff, but I don't know what the hell is in this stuff. It will actually make your face look like you put a filter on it. It gives you the matte feeling but without feeling dry. Like, you don't feel dry with this setting powder. You don't feel like, you know, you're being caked in layers and layers and layers of makeup. It really is such an incredible product, and I don't know how they did it, but I'm glad they did. Once you've tried this stuff, you are not going back. It's kind of like actual crack. Like, you are not going back. We're done. Okay, so I went for a really light bake today because I don't need that intense heavy coverage. Okay, I've already done my eyebrows, so we're just gonna go straight into eyes. I used the Maybelline City Mini palette in Chill Brunch Neutrals. This is actually a really great palette for people who don't really want to, like, you know, waste too much money on like 50,000 eye palettes and you feel very overwhelmed. It's just 6 shades, 3 mattes, 3 shimmers. Really great for everyday makeup. Like, this is the one I turn to the most. If I feel very opulent, I would turn to another palette that's not here right now. It's the Juvia's Place palette in I think it's the Nubian palette. But that's my luxury. That's my luxury palette. This is my go-to palette. So we're just gonna go straight in. And now we're gonna go in with this mauve pink shade, okay? Yep. And now we're gonna go in with a shimmer. We're gonna go with this one since it's the recommended trio. Pam! Eyes done. Now again, if I was going out, I would probably put, like, you know, a shimmer on my inner corners. Pretty much I look like this every day if I were to do everyday makeup. So now that my eyes are done, she's good, we're gonna go onto eyeliner, which is my personal favorite brand. It's Kiss Me Heroine. And when I say heroine, I don't mean like a heroine, I mean like hero heroine. It's waterproof, sebum proof. Japan has Japan. We're just gonna go in. And since my eyes are so subtle today, I think I might do quite a dramatic wing or cat eye. Also might have to do a transitional thing for that. So eyeliner. So went for little wings, baby wings. So we're gonna go and move on with our life. Angel. So we're gonna move on with our lives, and I'm gonna clean off the baking powder. Now I tend to technically take the excess, but there's not much excess today because I didn't use so much. Phoebe, I'm busy, baby. I love you. I'm busy. But I didn't use that much baking powder today, so therefore there isn't that much extra that I have to swipe off my face. So we're just gonna lightly dust it away, and bam! Look, face tube. I freaking love this powder, seriously. Like, look, I look poreless. Now we're gonna go in with my second favorite drugstore brand, Physicians Formula. This is their Argan Oil, Moroccan Argan Oil bronzer. The scent is atrocious, but the bronzer works, so I'm not gonna, you know, faff around with that. But with contour, I also don't go very, very heavily into it. I just go like pretty light. I don't tend to bronze and contour very heavily already as it is, because long story short, I suck. Also, one of the most useful tips I've ever heard is that start on the outer and then after that blend into the inner. It gives you a little bit more control over how much bronzer you put. So as you can see, like, they usually say that you do the 3. So I don't do the 3, like the traditional 3. I don't do it on my head, but I don't do the traditional like 3. I go in parts. So I do my cheekbones first, and then I do my jaw, and then so on and so forth. That was bronzer, and now we go back in with a little bit more setting powder because it looks a little bit more natural if you do a technique called veiling. If you have a face powder that, you know, matches your skin tone, you just use a little bit of that. For me, again, the flour works best, but you just basically put it on and you kind of like, you know, stipple it in so it looks a little bit more airbrushed, a little bit more natural. It looks a little bit more natural, and just stipple it in, and it helps to kind of, it doesn't take away, as you can see, it doesn't really take away entirely from the contour, but it does help to make it seem a little bit more seamless. Yes, that's what, seamless. And also, this is a really good way to fix if you put too much bronzer on one side, which I can clearly see now that I have got. Thank God. Blush. Maybelline Fit Me in the color Wine. Yeah, the color Wine. Tap off the excess and smile, even though you're dead on the inside. Yes, it's not a lot, but you have to understand that, like, I'm a person that, like, I flush a lot, and I don't need, like, blush. So now my favorite part, highlighter. Physicians formula is the butter highlighter, Muru highlighter. First of all, it's a cream to powder formula, and most people will tell you that cream doesn't go well on top of powder, but I don't know how they formulated this stuff, but it does. And it's this, look at that. Not gonna lie, I do have a Fenty highlighter, but it's not the one that, you know, went viral and everyone just kind of went batshit crazy over, because that one is a bit too dark for my skin tone, which I don't mind, by the way, because it's about time women of color have, you know, a shadow, a highlighter that finally doesn't look chalky white on them. So I'm not hating on that at all. I just use it's a highlighter duo, if I'm not mistaken, lightning and something like that. I can't remember. I don't remember the names of my products. Yeah, we're glowing. And now setting spray. Phoebe's tail is wagging, that's why it has that sound. Hi, babe. Hi. I'm gonna go and do my lips. You wanna help me do my lipstick? You wanna do lipstick? What do you want? She wants my love. She's like, give me attention. Have you given me attention for a solid 45 minutes? So now we're gonna go in with the, again, Maybelline Superstay. This is actually a lip pencil lipstick, so it's a lot more convenient than a regular lipstick because A, she moves a lot better, but also because it's a pencil and it's not liquid, so it's very easy and compact to travel around with. And I'm gonna do this while having a dog try and help me eat it because it smells like vanilla, so that's why she's a bit like, ooh, it smells like cake. Also, always do an X on your Cupid's bow. It helps to keep it more defined. After all my makeup. So if you see me looking around, this is how I do it. Thank you for watching this video. I would like to thank Phoebe for being here with me throughout this entire time and lending me the emotional support that I needed to continue doing my makeup. And Tia, who is currently on the floor. Please take care of yourselves, drink a lot of water. Try not to go out unless you really have to. We're on a movement control order. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video to see how a makeup noob does her makeup. And maybe one day we'll do this another time. Phoebe, you want to say bye? What do you say? You want to say bye? What do you say? What do you say? She's shy. Okay, we're gonna go eat dinner. Okay, bye guys.